Welcome back, guys. We're here with our second part of our Black and White 2 or Vault White 2 Egglocke run. At the beginning there, I'm sure you just saw us catch our first coupon that isn't a starter coupon on the first route. The reason I did that was I wanted to grind Kong up to level 6, as you'll see just here and in the layout. Kong is level 6, but if I was going to grind, I needed to catch the first Pokemon on that route, otherwise I wouldn't be able to exchange it for an egg. That being said, I did exchange it for an egg. I haven't exchanged it for the egg, but I have caught it, and we're going to exchange it for the egg now to get our first catch. I'm sorry you couldn't see it, but I didn't think it all the way through. I also skipped the rest of the tutorials, i.e. getting the running shoes, getting the bicycle, and being taught how to catch things, but I'm sure you all know what that's like. For those of you thinking, what? Getting a bicycle this early? I've only just started. We have only just started, but this is a hack, and you do get a lot of things early in this game. So expect to see a lot of items a lot earlier than you would normally see in any other game. Now, I'm putting Purloin, our first coupon, into the box, and I'm going to exchange it for an egg. So I'm going to pick an egg out of the other boxes. As you'll see, I did add the rest of the eggs, so they are mostly 4 boxes full. I'm going to take one from box 2, and I'm going to take this one for no reason whatsoever, totally random, and we're now going to hatch it. I have no idea what it is. I mixed them all up after I put them in, so I have no idea what's where. And we'll find out now. It's a Pidove! So our second Pokemon is a Pidove, a flying type. And we are going to name the Pidove, it's a male Pidove, and we are going to call him Monty. Monty. I was going to go with Montgomery, but I don't think it's going to fit, so I'll go with Monty. Don't know why, I just wanted a posh name. That, or I've been watching a hell of a lot of Monty Python recently, and that might have influenced me a tad. So Monty, our level 1 Pidove, is jolly natured, which raises speed, lowers special attack. I don't know if that's going to be helpful for Pidove, who are normally very special attacky, but we'll see. I don't really mind, that's the whole point, it's random. So I got it from a friend whose name escapes me right now. So there it is, Monty the Pidove, jolly nature, a special city, big pecs, so it can't have its defense lowered, which I believe is its normal ability, and it just knows Gust. So we will be training Monty up as we go, but Kong is level 6, and in case I haven't shown you this already, didn't learn anything new, exactly the same as before, but it is a higher level. So before we started, I did buy some potions, so we are ready to go. We are ready just to set out from our special city and get on with the game. So we will be catching another couple of Pokemon before the next city, obviously, because there are a couple of new routes before the next city. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is the lady that gives you your bicycle in Vault White and Blaze Black too. On your way out, she'll say, hey, you can't go out without a Pokemon, and then she realises you have one and gives you a bike. I believe she gives you something completely useless in the actual game, but there you go. So, oh crap, I missed the route name, hang on. So Route 19 is where we caught Purloin. That is our first route that we've marked off. We now can't catch anything else on this route, but we can defeat everything on this route, which is nice and helpful. So there are trainers on this route, and I think I'm going to stick Monty in front so we can do a little bit of switch training on our way to the next city. This girl isn't a trainer, but the next... No, it's not trainers, it's the route after this that's full of trainers. Now, Wurmple's normally an easy feat for a Pidove to defeat, however, this Wurmple might know Electro Web because of the hack, but I'm going to risk it and I'm going to use Gust, and hopefully Bug Bite won't kill it. Nope, not very effective. So, Gust probably won't be super effective. Well, it will be super effective, but it won't be really powerful because Monty is only level 1, and I'm going to change it to Kong to finish it off. So they both get a little bit of experience. But with Wumple only being level 3, we can't exactly expect the experience to be super high. Now, I'm really enjoying this Egglocke run so far. I mean, we've only just started, but it really feels like this is going to be a good one. You know what I mean? We are going to get far, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We may lose people, and you may notice that is the newest thing on the layout is the graveyard box. I will be putting very, very tiny sprites in there for those Pokemon that do, unfortunately, faint. So Monty's level 2. That's good. Now, there's an item up there, but we will be fighting these random battles because the experience is necessary. But there's a Pokemon Center not 20 feet away as soon as we get through this grass. So, have no fear. There is no Pokemon Center limit or anything like that in these Egglocke rules. Some people choose to impose them to make things a little bit more challenging. Whoa! Critical hit. That is dangerous. That's dangerous because, as I said, if Kong faints, Kong is out. We cannot use Kong anymore, and I don't particularly want to lose my starter Pokemon. Okay, this Bidoof is getting super critical hits. We're out of here. So I'm going for that item there. Hopefully we won't run into too many more battles on the way. Okay, hopefully it won't be as bad as that Bidoof fight. You may notice there is some Pokeballs next to some Pokemon. Obviously Purloin we have actually captured, but there will be some next to some we haven't captured, and that indicates that somewhere in that cacophony of eggs is that Pokemon. Sure, it's a little bit spoilery, but we don't know which egg that particular Pokemon is in, so it's not like it's spoiling it precisely. Sorry, I paused there. I was watching the HP meter. Absolutely terrified. This is really quite nerve-wracking, especially doing it on record. I mean, you know, if you're playing on your own, sometimes you can roll your eyes and say, oh, never mind, but this is really quite nerve-wracking. You there, trainer! Oh, look at this. My name is Alder. I'm a trainer with a keen interest in the world. One of my goals is to tell people about how wonderful it is to walk toward the future together with Pokemon. This is Alder. He's the league champion from Black and White, for those of you that haven't completed it. And you are? So you're Nori from Aspertia City. He gives us the once-over, like some disapproving father. Your Pidove is a fine-looking Pokemon, but you're not exactly a seasoned trainer yet. Indeed, I'll train you a little. Follow me. He doesn't train you at all. Spoilers, but he doesn't. He asks you to do something, you do something else, and then you are better than he expected you to be by the time you come back. So never mind. Let's get healed up, make sure we don't accidentally lose anybody through negligence. So I'm going to be trying to be really rigorous with this Egglocke run. I really don't want to lose anybody. But if we do, it's one of those unavoidable things, you know. So we're in a city now. There's no grass or anything in this city, so we can't catch anybody here. Not yet, anyway. Unless there's some water I haven't noticed. I don't think there is. Nope. But there is something in one of these houses. I wish I could remember which. I believe it's the first one. Let me just pop inside and have a look. Yep, it's this one. And it's this fellow here. And he says, here, have a potion. I'm pretty sure he doesn't say that, but that's the gist of it. Here, have a potion. So I like having a potion. It's a lot of help. So I've got a lot of these eggs here, and there's a great variety from what I can remember when I was hacking them into the game. There's a lot of different Pokemon there. A lot of Pokemon we'd be quite lucky to have, a lot we'd be quite upsetting to have. It's a good balance. And that's a good thing. That's what you want in an Egglocke run. Good variety, good balance. So he's told us to go to the ranch and drop off Hugh's town map that his little sister gave us, which you didn't see because it was between episodes. Okay, so now we're in the area with the trainers, and from now on we can be getting into battles. Which isn't great, and part of me really wishes we'd grinded Monty up a little bit, but you can't grind up too much, otherwise there's no challenge in it. So hopefully these battles will prove to be beneficial. So here's our first official trainer battle of Volt White 2. You can tell how much your opponent wants to fight by looking into his or her eyes, don't you think? I don't know, you've got your back to me, so... And I'm not exactly on street level, youngster Terrell. Patrat. Switch training can be really dangerous in an Egglocke run as well, because if this Patrat gets a critical hit on Kong, we could be finished. But I'm hopeful that with skillful potion handling and decent attack stat, we should be alright. Oh dear God, I don't know if we can take another one. I don't want to risk it, I really don't. I've had terrible luck with Nuzlocke varieties in the past, and I don't really want to make any mistakes. I mean, I remember when I tried the Nuzlocke Fire Red, I caught a monkey and it died during the grinding session. See, look there, that critical hit. That critical hit could have finished us. And if it had finished us, I would have cried and deleted this and started again. I'm not even kidding. It would have been so devastating I would have scrapped the entire recording. Which I guess is kind of cheating, but... I mean, would you guys really want to watch it if it was just me grinding a Pidove up to level 10 so it can deal with anything we come across? It wouldn't exactly be the most riveting of internet shows, would it? Anyway, we did manage to beat this Patrat, and Kong is doing really well. And is now level 7, so that's awesome. Level 7. Hopefully then new move. Ember, finally, fire move, we can defend ourselves. Monty's level 3. Monty's level 4. Monty and a Growl, which is nice. And now we have a Zigzagoon, so I will switch back into Monty. Because maybe Monty can get a gust off. I don't know. Should I risk it? Zigzagoons can be one of those tricksy Pokemon that can really hurt us. But with a Growl we should be fine, because Gust is a special attack if I can remember correctly. Okay, maybe one more. Yeah, Growl. Oh, this is tense. I don't think we'll be getting much further than this. 12 minutes. Maybe we'll catch the first Pokemon on this route, because this being Route 20, we can get our next coupon and we can hatch our next egg. And before we even get to the ranch, which will be another coupon and another egg. Maybe Monty will take this guy on his own. I always imagine somebody called Monty having a monocle, which it fits a Pidove perfectly, because can you imagine a Pidove with a little top hat and a monocle? It just looks pretty funny. Pidove essentially Generation 5's Pidgey line. Well, hey, 108, that's really good. Level 5. Monty's coming along swimmingly. Level 6. Swimmingly indeed. Nearly level 7, so I'm happy with that. That's actually turned out really well, that battle. I mean, it was terrifying, and I now have really sweaty palms, but there you go. Okay, so this is the next trainer. I'm going to heal up like crazy, because I'm worried. Although, should I use the potions or should I just run back? I'll run back. So we got 30 Pokeballs from Bianca after she taught us how to catch people. And that's pretty good. So we needn't buy Pokeballs for a long time. Depending on the severity of the coupons, etc, etc. There's no legendaries to be caught during this game. That's another Nuzlocke rule generally. Don't catch legendaries. Defeat all legendaries, certainly, but don't catch them. Which is fair enough. I'm happy with that. I don't mind. Usually the hassle of catching all the legendaries is actually quite difficult. But I'll be catching all the legendaries in Fire Red playthrough, so if you want to see me catch legendaries, you go watch that one. This one is me egglocking it. You know, a bit of a challenge, a bit of a risk. Okay, so with Monty being nearly level 7 and Kong being level 7, I think I'm going to put Kong out front. No, screw it, I'll leave Monty out front for a little while and switch into Kong if we get any problems. But after this battle I will put Kong up front, because Kong is obviously our starter and needs to be in top fighting form if he's going to get anywhere in this game. So I literally want to get to that grass, catch our next coupon and hatch the egg, and then I'll end the episode. And that will actually be quite a lot done, believe it or not. For an Egglocke level, it's pretty good. If I was doing half-an-hour episodes, then obviously we'd go to the ranch, we'd get the next egg, we'd do all that. But I'm trying to keep these around 20 minutes. Ooh, critical hit. Very nice, Monty, very nice. Level 7. Let me have a look at these stats. Oh, okay, special attack and attack are even. pretty good. Pidgey. I will switch into Kong because Kong won't be able to take on flying types once he evolves because he evolves into a firefighting type, so there won't be any cause for him to fight flying types or psychic types, no matter how. But that's the thing with this game and the altered movesets. Pokemon that you would not expect to learn a psychic or a flying type can have a psychic or a flying type move. So you've got to be on your guard all the time. Otherwise you get blindsided by a Psyduck with Aerial Ace. It's happened. It's actually Fire Red Omega I'm talking about, but it's happened. So Sunkern we can take out with Ember, but I'm going to heal up first because, you know, no chances. You gain nothing by being reckless, trust me. I've seen a lot of people do Nuzlocke runs and a lot of people, well, a few people do Egglocke runs. But they're essentially the same in don't faint terms, and people have paid the price for being reckless. And I don't want to be reckless. I want to be sensible. I want Kong and Monty to be with us for a long time. At least until after the second gym. So, there's that. Second gym, not so very far away. In fact, it's over there. Quite literally up them little stairs that you can see right in the top right hand corner. But, you know, enough about that. We'll get to them in a minute. Well, in a few episodes. Not in a minute. Alright, I've got that item. It's a Paralyze Heal, and we're going to catch whatever we run into here. Let me just start. There we go. Whatever this is. It's a Patrat. Which is strange, because, you know, for all the things that you would not normally be able to catch on this route, a Patrat is not one of them. So we have plenty of Pokeballs, so I'm just going to chuck them and hope we get them first time. We don't exactly have any status inflicting moves, so hopefully we'll just catch it. Yay! Finally something going my way. Okay, and now we're going to head back to town really, really fast. If this Pokedex enemy hurries up. Are we going to nickname? No. Alright, let's get back to town. And we'll hatch our next egg, and then I'll end the episode. Come on, running, 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 running. So, I don't know how many of you saw in the Fire Red episode, but I did hint at the fact that maybe the Batman LP is coming back. So, again, keep your eyes open for that. I'll say it in both places in case somebody didn't watch both episodes. But here we are, back at the PC. Someone's PC. Move Pokemon. Right, so I'll go to coupons and drop the Patrat in. And drop. And then we'll go to box. I'm going to go box 4, and I'm going to take this one. There we go. So let's see what this is. This is our next Pokemon. And it's Emolga! Wow, that's disappointing. But never mind. Emolga is what we have, the flying electric type. Alright, I'm going to call her, because it's a girl, I'm going to call her I don't know, Polar, maybe? As in magnet poles, or poles on a battery? Yeah, I'm going to call it Polar. Not Polar Bear, so please don't comment saying it's not a Polar Bear, it's a flying squirrel. I am aware of that. Okay, Polar, the Emolga. Oh god. Okay. Again, that's the beauty of Egglocke though, you get things you would not normally use or want to use. So Emolga, electric flying type, level 1, motor drive, raises speed if hit by an electric type move, that could be helpful. Has raised special attack, lowered attack, so that's pretty good, that means it's modest nature, right? Where's it written? Yeah, modest nature, awesome. And knows Thunder Shock. You know what, that might actually turn out to be a blessing in disguise. An electric type this early in the game could be really helpful. But then again, you can get Mareeps in the proper game this early, so maybe not super helpful. And we do already have a flying type. So who knows, if once we hatch 7 eggs and we have 7 team members, Emolga may go the way of the dodo and get put in the box. Anywho, I'm really getting over time here, so I'm going to save it. And I'm NoryBoyGames. I hope you're enjoying this Egglocke, and I hope you stick around to see what twists and turns come on ahead. Like, comment, subscribe if you really enjoy my stuff, and I will see you guys next time.